Thank you. So, continuing the game now. Hello guys, right, we are back up to this bit. So we're going to pick the other ending this time. We're actually going to save Leon. Which is the right thing to do.
Claire, take Sherry. Get out of here.
Don't worry about it, Leon.
Leon, no! Bring that Birkin girl over here or we'll take our time with this cop.
Go!
Don't hurt him! Alright, we're coming!
Hurry it up.
Hurry it up.
Why are you doing this?
Okay.
For Umbrella? Money?
Yeah, come on guys. Think about it. Think how much Umbrella's treated us like shit throughout this whole escapade. Time to do the right thing. So who's on my side? Ah, it's always Four Eyes and Bertha. I wonder if certain characters are set to be evil and good, if that makes sense. Because it always seems to be the same characters you're fighting. But then I'm not sure how that would work, because if you pick all 3 characters that are evil, does that mean you have to fight 3? I don't know. It doesn't matter. So what do we have in here then? Heavy machine gun. Nah. It's not that good. Alright, let's pepper this idiot. And it's Bertha as well. She's the one I want to kill first. Because she's pretty good at healing the other person. Is she dead? No. Damn you, Bertha! Come get it. Now what I should mention is it's a lot easier. Oh, hell. It's much easier to defend Leon than it is to attack him. For obvious reasons. You're only against 2 of them. Oh god. And they're not actually as tough as Leon is, I don't think. Oh, blew her head off. Sucks to be her. Come on, Four Eyes. Let's make this as painless as possible. You can't win. You're completely outclassed here. 3 against 1. She's down. And that is really as easy as that.
Get over there. Move.
Delta Team, what's your status?
The targets have been apprehended.
Eliminate them and bring us the girl.
We can do that. But first, we need to renegotiate our deal.
What are you talking about?
You left us for dead fighting your BOWs. We want triple the original amount and an evac chopper sent to our location immediately.
Sounds reasonable.
You must be out of your mind. We're not negotiating with you. Finish your mission.
Finish it yourself. Consider our contract with Umbrella terminated.
That's
Then
right.
You can die along with Raccoon City.
We'll take our chances.
Why didn't you kill us?
You aren't the leverage we thought you were. Umbrella's turned on us already. It's time we stab them in the back.
That's right.
What about Sherry?
Keep her. We've got other plans. Once we get out of this city, we're gonna gut Umbrella from the inside out.
That's right. Oh man, it'd be so cool if there was like another chapter after this where you actually do that. That'd have been awesome. Okay guys, we're gonna skip the credits here. We didn't do that good at all actually, did we? Trouble is we didn't get many kills. And I died once getting back to this place. We didn't collect any items, but 11 minutes! That's all it took me to do that, wow. Okay, so we're going to have a quick look at the gallery now. And with any luck, this will be the last time I look at these guys. At least for a while, who knows. We might come back and do the DLC at some point. That's by no means a promise. But maybe, who knows. Some of this art is really cool. It's one thing that does annoy me about this gallery is you can view the things in full screen. But you can't put it in full screen and scroll through them. I think that would have been a much better idea. So, some of this artwork is amazing. Look at that. Actually looks better than the game, unfortunately. Wow. That's cool. That is really cool. Clock tower. Don't you go there in Resident Evil 3? I think you do. I'm not actually very I'm not very knowledgeable about Resident Evil 3. I've only completed it about twice in my life. Once when it first came out on the PlayStation, and I ran through the Dreamcast version once, I think. Hang on. Look at that. Reused assets right there. Still very cool. That's of course power station. There's some weird ass generators. You know, Raccoon City doesn't actually look like a very nice place anyway. If you think about it, take away the blood and the gore and everything, it still looks like a dump. I don't know who that is. I can only assume from the look of it that looks to me like Chris and Jill. But Chris and Jill, to the best of my knowledge, aren't in this game. I don't know about the expansion pack, maybe. Either that or that woman looks like, if you squint funny, possibly could be Ada, but I'm not sure. Maybe they're characters from the expansion pack. There's the hospital. More detailed shots. See, these artists are fantastic. They really are. Look at that. T103 being an absolute badass. That's the police station. I wasn't overly happy with the police station. They changed it too much, in my opinion. In fact, looking at that model there, it doesn't look like the door that you enter into the police station with through on the first scenario of Resident Evil 2. It doesn't look like that's even there. But that could just be the angle, I guess. Lickers are just horrible things. I read that they're a genetic cross between bullfrogs and leopards, I think. And then the embryos are injected with a G virus. I believe that's what they're supposed to be. That looks good. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's in Resident Evil 3, because I know you go to a petrol station in the third one. They don't look like zombies, that looks like the survivors. That is some serious fortified stuff, look at that. Very cool. See, I saw this, and as soon as I saw this I thought, just imagine how good if they remade Resident Evil 2 with this kind of graphics. Keep the angles the same, the whole controls, keep all of that the same. Just bring it out, I don't know, as a £15, £20 downloadable game. Oh man, look at it with those kind of graphics. Capcom, I'm telling you how to make money, Capcom. You can have that one for free. Look at that. But I guess they just don't want to make money. Certainly seems to be the case. Ooh. That's cool. Leon there being a badass with a couple of soldiers at top. Oh, look at those heads coming apart. Amazing. Zombies. If anybody wants to look at these for a bit longer, you can always pause the video, I guess. Umbrella Corporation. I wonder what's in those vials. It just looks like red mulch. T1751, whatever that is. Whoa. I think the gallery in this game is actually probably one of the best galleries. Oh, look at that medical spray. Shame you can't actually read what's in it. Spray directly onto your wounds to, can't quite make it out, instantly cure with a single application. Effective against something BOW attack. Can't read the rest, unfortunately. That's a vial. Ooh. Whatever that is, it's a T0775. There's Nemesis's minigun. Which, I believe this is the only game he has that in. Nemesis shoulder-fired weapon. I believe it's meant to be a stinger, but it does look kind of different in each game that he's in. Drop pods. T88. T88s. Hunter pods. They look menacing. Can't quite make out what's in there. Probably a tyrant. You never actually see where liquors come from. I believe they come from those. Do you remember the film? If you've seen the first film, they're in those kind of square crates. You actually see some of those. I think I pointed them out in one of the labs. I think liquors come from those. There's the. I believe that's a mine. One of the mines. I might be wrong. That Nikolai likes to spread around. I'm not sure actually. Grenades, not quite sure what's in those ones. Frag, I assume. And there's the grenade launcher. They actually didn't do a bad job reinventing that. Not quite sure what was in there, but my guess is if you're going in there, you're screwed. Some kind of injector. There's... yeah, that's an injector. And so's that, I guess. Capsule containers. Oh, that's badass. Leon would win. Ooh. Zombies. Actually, no, they're not zombies, are they? They look like Crimson Heads. Looking at their hands. The axe. Yeah. Yeah, that one on the left, of course, looks like a zombie. Menacing as hell. I do like the zombie concepts in this game, they're very good. Now, her, this is where we start getting into weird territory. Don't remember a zombie like her, so I can only assume that she's one of the playable characters in the expansion pack. That's a very famous zombie from Resident Evil 2. This is a redone version of that very famous concept art. Very freaky picture. Here we have some of the UNBC troops, the mercenaries. There we are. Cyberus. Parasites. Early concept parasites by the look of things. Yep. That looks like the final version there. Not quite sure what that is. By the look of its face and mouth there, it almost looks a little bit, its head anyway, looks like Nemesis, but it's with a long tail, and I don't know, it's not something I believe you ever see. Oh, there it is. It kind of does look like Nemesis, just a little bit. Yeah, that's definitely one of the parasites. Sorry about that, guys. Just had a bit of an interruption there. Turns out I'm not working tomorrow. Woohoo! What does that mean then? That means more videos, of course. So these guys here, I believe, are the expansion pack guys. Like her, him. He looks like a badass. He's a guy I'd play as him, I reckon. But again, and him maybe. This is pure guesswork. I know you play as a squad of soldiers. Every time I see that, I just think Nathan Drake. I don't know why. Maybe it's the scarf. Does he even wear a scarf? I've only played 2 Uncharted games. I played the first one and the one on the PS Vita. Thoroughly enjoyed both of them, I might add. Just some mask mock-ups. Bertha, you bitch. Got front and back shots here. Belt away. See, I love his armor and everything, and his robotic leg. It just looks really cool. But considering he's got that armor, he's not very tough. I mean, I know it's supposed to be blast armor because he's the explosive expert, but you would have thought that kind of blast armor would be very good against ballistic weapons. Not true. There he is from the back. 4 Eyes. I don't know what 4 Eyes' backpack is. In fact, it looks very different there and there. I believe in the game that is her there, but she actually does look a little bit different there. That, of course, is Top Girl Lupo, my favourite character in this game. And again, she actually looks a little bit different, doesn't she? Does she have all those pouches on her back? I know she's got that weird knife thing, which looks like one of those tactical spades, but I'm not sure. There's Spectre, is it? I don't like him. I don't know, I just don't like his character design at all. He's got a Sam Fisher glowing green light on his back. That's the other one. What was it? Spectre and... I can't think of his name. I never played as him. Looks almost a little bit Assassin's Creed from the back there. And, oh, look at that. The final entry is Mr. Death himself, Hunk. What a missed opportunity that you never get to play as him. Wouldn't it have been cool if they released, like, a chapter, like a downloadable content chapter where you play as Hunk? Even if they just did a little single player bit where you just play as him. Anyway, guys, that's going to wrap up this video, hopefully. I hope you've enjoyed it. I have surprisingly actually really enjoyed playing this game. And coming up next, we're going full steam into Resident Evil Outbreak. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll catch you next time.